I love the Fortnite guy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here in the presence of greatness. The Scottie Pippen, the Michael Jordan of Wheaton, Warrenville South. We've got our guys here back to back, state champions, Fortnite E-Sports.
Yep.
A couple of living legends.
Yeah, if you two want to just quick introduce yourselves to the people.
All right, I'm Nathan. I'm a senior at Wheaton Warrenville South, and yesterday I just won the Fortnite State Championship with Batman.
I'm Luke Giordano. I'm also a senior at Wheaton Warrenville South, and I'm Nathan's teammate for winning the state championship.
There we go.
Thanks. I just got to say, I think I speak for everybody huddled around this studio here, as well as the other 1,800 plus students at Wheaton Warrenville South. We thank you for putting our esports team on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing greatness to the student body. I mean, it was lit last night. It was absolutely lit. So let's introduce some of the other members here. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I couldn't concentrate all day. I still can't concentrate.
Yeah, so if you want.
I'm Max Schlegel. I broadcasted the tournament or the competition on Twitch with Brendan Cassidy.
And I'm Gavin Sontag, and I created the esports club last year, and I never could have imagined that it's gotten to this point. But you know, we won last year, and we won this year again. So back to back.
Yeah, so for our two champions, did you guys feel like a level of like pressure knowing that you won last year? You were the state runner-up right behind him. Did you feel a level of pressure going into the tournament that you had to kind of bring back the crown?
Yeah, I definitely did. I had to defend my title. You know,
Absolutely.
I won the last year, so you know it was actually pretty exciting to play it again, and it was really just something that I had to. I just had to work hard for. I had to make sure I continue to play the game. It had been over a year since the last finals, and yeah, it was exciting. Yeah.
I'd say I knew that it was going to be a little, not too difficult, but I knew there was a good team in there that was going to be competing against us. So I wouldn't say I was too stressed, but I definitely was well aware that there would be at least some competition.
And then, you know, looking at this now, back-to-back state championships, right? I mean, state championships are, you know, not easy to come by, right? I mean, you know, you don't get those every day. So, I mean, considering that esports is such a new club, right? It's a relatively new activity. You know, the amount of exposure it's getting, the amount of, you know, I would say the level of exposure it's getting to the student body, right? I mean, I think everybody knows, right, that we're Fortnite back-to-back, you know, state champions. You know, what do you think that does, you know, for your legacy, for the legacy of the club, and kind of, you know, as seniors, what you're leaving behind for the future?
You want to answer it, Salmon?
I mean, it's kind of sucks that we're not going to be able to compete next year, but hopefully someone at least tries to make an effort next year going against state. Hopefully someone that can put a good competition in there, hopefully get first again. But yeah, that's all I hope.
Yeah, I mean he got it all. He got it all right there. That sounds good.
And then Schlegel, I just have a question. How did you set up getting to be the broadcaster for this tournament? How electric was it for you to be able to be on the call for that?
Yeah, so I did not know I was going to broadcast it until the day of. It was supposed to be Brendan Cassidy and Mark Okorian broadcasting it, but Mark Okorian realized he had work, and we really didn't.
Classic
way to go.
blunder.
We really didn't plan this out much until like the day of. Like I didn't even talk to Mr. Brennan or Gavin, and I was just like, wouldn't it be cool if we broadcasted this? And then we ended up doing it. I went over to his house. Brendan Cassidy's a past streamer, so he knew how to set all that stuff up. And so I just kind of showed up. We went live, and we ended up with a pretty successful like 50 viewer average stream for 4 hours. So it's pretty good.
Nice. And so you guys obviously had a great showing yesterday. You won that first match. When did you find out that it was just a practice run and that it wasn't even like a real match? Because I think that first one was a practice one, right?
Yeah, it was. So that was like actually really interesting. So we won the game with 16 kills. It would have been like our second best game, I think. I found out right after the game ended, and it was actually like really annoying. So like that whole game just like didn't count, and it actually made the ending way more close. And yeah.
But I'm sure that probably helped a lot with momentum going into the other games too. But I'm sure you would love to have that game back, knowing how well you guys did. But like, what's going through your mind after like going into those next couple rounds? Like what was your go-to game plan for the rest of those games?
I mean, I'd say like it's good that we got that practice game in because it gave us a little more like perspective of like how the players would be, like what end game would be like, what our beginning game would be like, who was like contesting our drop spot. That second game, definitely I had more confidence going in it than this first game or the practice game. Unfortunately, Nathan got eliminated halfway through the game, but there was 40 players left, and I was able to play the rest of the game pretty well and secure the win with a few 9 kills, I think. So yeah, that was pretty good for us.
And then looking at the end there, I mean, it was pretty dramatic, right? Like quite literally, like down to the wire, final game. You know, there was the 1v1. So Nathan, what's going through your mind, like in those last seconds, and then when you finally get the win, and then everyone on the broadcast is going crazy and just so much emotion.
Yeah. So honestly, that last game, I actually got pretty. I thought we kind of had it. I thought we were gonna win, but then Sandman actually went down. There was like it was in the top 10. He went down, and I had to clutch up the final elimination to win that game. And at the moment, I was thinking, wow, like I can't lose.
Sorry
this.
to interrupt. You're the man.
All right,
Love you, Sandman.
We gotta say goodbye to Sandman.
Sandman has a very important orthodontist appointment.
Orthodontist appointment. Even state champs have to get their teeth checked out.
My retainer fell out, so I have to get it like
I'm glad it didn't fall last night.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Sandman. So sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to make sure I hit him up on his way out.
Okay, so what I was saying, in that last game, everyone was watching. It was down to the wire, so like I had to win the game for the stream. Even if I didn't win that game, and we still won, it just wouldn't have been as good. So like it was just the ultimate pressure in that game.
And you guys were playing super aggressive in that last game, right? Because you needed those eliminations to boost up your score. Did that like make you nervous that you needed all those eliminations to get past the competition, or were you confident that you could live through it and get to the end?
Yeah, so like the whole time, we were thinking like, wow, okay, we need to match second place's kills so that they can't pass us up. So we were trying to play like really aggressive at the end in the last game, so that they wouldn't be able to like gain any points on us. And it actually ended up being really close. Like if we hadn't done anything that game, then they would have actually like gotten way more kills than us, way more points, and it just would not have ended with the win. So.
It's almost like there's like some economics involved too. There's like some supply and demand.
Yeah.
Like there's only so many kills, so you gotta kill the other dudes so that Unit 5 doesn't get those points either.
Yeah, that's so we were thinking. So in the last game, usually as these things go, like more people realize like, okay, like I'm last place. Like why would I even ready up for this game? So there was actually like way less players in that game. It was probably down to like 80 something instead of like 100. And so we realized, okay, so this is going to be better for us because Unit 5, the team that got second, aren't going to be able to get as many kills because there's not as many people in the game. So it actually worked out pretty well.
And then also there was another team from South also competing.
Yeah, there was.
Right? Who was on that team?
I forget their names.
It was
so
Marco Fitz and Damian Espinal. Yeah,
There we go.
okay, there we go.
There we
Mr.
go.
Brennan got the slide.
So they're the future of esports.
Yeah.
How'd they do?
I don't know that they had the best showing, but
But they were there.
yeah.
It's good practice for them for next
We
year.
checked in with them in between games 1, 2, and 3, and they got killed off of spawn a lot of times, so they never really got their feet into the ground and like able to play to what they can do. So,
But that game that you guys were watching, when you put it up on the stream, when in game 3, I think Sandman was camping a little because Nathan died off spawn, and then they were like camping his reboot card. And so we went and watched the sophomores, and they were doing pretty well. They had like 4 kills or something.
yeah, that was their good game. They did have one game where it was like, okay, these guys could be the next Sandman and Nathan.
Yeah.
So that was good to see.
They just have to secure the drop spot, make sure that it's solid because you gotta get guns off spawn or you don't have anything.
Yeah.
And then Nathan, could you give a little insight into like how this whole season works? Because like this was the state
Yeah.
final, right? But there was a lot of lead up to this, right?
Yeah, so the way it works is, so over the course of like 2 months, starting in like January, I think it was actually January, it was like the day after we got back from winter break, we would have 3 games a week, and it was like a combination of like 20-something schools, and there was 3 divisions, so each division had like 20-something schools, and we played 3 games a week for like 6 weeks, and the top 16 teams from each division would get put into finals, and then it would add up to 100. They would have like 2 more teams that get in overall from like consistency, but and then we went straight to finals. So there was no like, it was kind of just straight from opens to finals. So there was no in between thing, but that's because there's 100 people in finals, and so you kind of can't really eliminate too many people. It all comes down to the end.
And boy, am I glad I had somebody like you.
Yeah.
That's more reptile than human. Boy, am I glad.
Cold-blooded.
Glad he's on our team. So I'm sorry that I had to step out for a second. Did we pick Schlegel's brain yet?
A little bit. We
Little bit,
talked
we
to
can
him
ask
about
him,
what it was like to commentate. I don't know if you have any other.
Yeah, let me just say, so like I'm a dinosaur, yeah, I'm prehistoric compared to you guys, and that like this game just moves so quickly, and there's so much I don't understand about it. But having our Twitch broadcast team of Cassidy and Schlegel, and then a couple cameos from Farmer, Sikera, and Van Bortle.
Yep.
I didn't miss anybody, did I? You guys really were able to relay the game super well without even trying, because you didn't even know there was a 33-year-old watching. Like you didn't even know. But just through you guys breaking it down, I was able to understand and benefit so much. And you guys killed it and added such a great element. 4.5 hours of streaming nonstop. Like you guys didn't tire. There was no fatigue. You guys were in it from the start to finish, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to be able to commentate the 2 best players in the state, because it's kind of hard to, there's a lot of action, especially when they're killing somebody every minute. And so there wasn't really a lot of dry moments where we didn't have stuff to talk about. So it was pretty easy to commentate. And we've all, I know you're an exception, but most of the community that we were streaming to also all played Fortnite. And so we could really relate with like the people like in chat. People were chatting and we knew their names. We were like, oh yeah, I remember when we used to play. And so it was really good to be able to like bounce the stream off of all these different people in the Tiger Nation. And so it went smooth.
I say you have a future in esports broadcasting if you want it.
It's fun.
If you want it, it's there for you.
Yeah. What was funny about it was the huge storm that rolled into.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there was a tornado.
There was a tornado warning, and these kids did not stop. They said on the stream, yeah, we're in a room with no windows, and there's a window directly behind us. They're like, we're safe, guys, don't worry. And they pushed through it the whole time. And Schlegel said that Sandman brought the storm to. And that's a great metaphor for what actually went down.
All right, I'm gonna have to head out, but thank you guys so much. And again, congratulations to Nathan and Sandman. And may I just add that I definitely think the school, we gotta do something. There's gotta be like an assembly. There's gotta be. I mean,
Parade.
Back-to-back state championships.
Yeah, I think
like,
a parade.
there's gotta be something.
Yep, I know Campos is a big fan of us. Stellwagen, big fan of us. We're in communication. Trophies are en route from downstate,
Nice.
by the way.
Did you put enough postage on them
Thank you.
this year?
And Tomas, I'm sorry I missed your name on here. I wasn't sure if you were joining.
All good.
Tomas Moran, of course, always our co-host.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, popular demand. I mean, like, I know you guys are low-profile guys, but you got the celebrity status right now. Like, it's like
talk about that. We walked into the gym locker room today, and Nathan P comes walking in, and the whole locker room just goes, "Let's go, Pilgrim, Pilgrim." It was the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Exact same thing for Sandman in my 6th period PE class.
I
Everyone was
walked-
clapping, and I mean, there were people that clapping they didn't even know, and we filled them in, you know.
Yeah, what's that like for you to kind of get that celebrity status?
Oh my, it was like really like, I don't know, I've never had anything like that before. So I like walk into first period, the first thing that happens is like 3 teachers are questioning me on like, what even is this? Like,
Oh, yeah.
My math teacher, Mr. Gum, and like 2 others, and then it's weird because like I walk in between classes, people are just like, congrats. I'm like, who are you?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it was just really funny.
Mr. Selleck making you explain in
Yes,
Spanish,
I
like
had to-
what
that
happened.
was really difficult.
He's like, it's like era difícil, pero
Yeah,
ganamos.
yeah. Nosotros necesitamos clutch up. And
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, that's amazing. So now this, I have another fun graphic. It's already been around a little bit. It's already been around a little bit.
Yep.
But obviously superimposed Nathan Pilgrim and Giordano, Sandman Giordano, on Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. And I'm telling you, I don't think this comparison's too far off. I don't
Looks
think it's
good, yeah.
far-fetched. I don't think it's far-fetched.
No, not at all. I mean, back-to-back state championships. I mean, we've done that in football a couple times, but that's been a huge deal. I mean, any person who can go back-to-back, especially when we only have had 2 championships ever. I mean, when you guys were freshmen and sophomores, who knows what would have happened?
I don't know.
So winning the first 2 Fortnite state championships and like we were talking about, maybe last 2 is super impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some through the grapevine that there might not be a Fortnite state championship next season. Is that true?
I don't actually know where I heard that from. I kind of forgot, but I just did hear that somewhere. I don't really have any details, so.
I don't have any details either. I think it would be a shame
I agree.
if IHS EA did away with this. But even if they happen to, we get the last laugh.
Yeah.
Not just once, but
Last
twice.
2, exactly. Yeah, you go down in history as the last ever Illinois Fortnite state champion, if that's the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope to see like the future of the esports. I'm sure it's gonna grow, knowing that we've had back-to-back state championships. It's kind of getting more exposure throughout the school. I'm sure as a coach, you're gonna have a lot more kids coming out.
Because of guys
years.
like this, you know,
Yes.
they want that celebrity status. They want to drink from that golden chalice. You know,
Of course,
just
yeah.
do you still have cereal out of your old trophy?
No.
You've never done that. I thought you said you were planning on having your Frosted Flakes
Yeah, I've done that every morning.
out of your last trophy.
Yeah. The power of social media is really spreading us. I just got a notification on Instagram that our reel has over 5,000 views.
Wow.
So definitely everyone in the school knows about it now. And like if they didn't know today, they're gonna know tomorrow. And it's just I think it'll be a little storm for a week.
That's more than twice the size of the school. 5,000
Yeah,
impressions.
And on our stream, not even just watching, but rewatch, we have 1,000 people who have rewatched the
So
stream.
they went back in
incredible.
after and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So a lot of those may have been me. I maybe padded our stats a little bit.
Because you're
'Cause
watching it in class.
Every class today, I showed the last like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
as well as the interview with Pilgrim, post game interview. This is so heartwarming to me. I'm just so lucky. I feel so blessed to be in the middle of it. And really, I didn't do much hard work. The guy sitting across the table, that's why I definitely wanted to have Gavin on here, and he's a humble guy. But what Gavin has done, he's really moved mountains, and he's like the brains behind this. I'm honestly just like the mouthpiece. I like sign the papers, but he does the heavy lifting.
So what does that look for you as a coach next season? Losing a lot of your brains, your brawn with Nathan Pilgrim here.
Well, yeah. I mean, thanks to Gavin, he's like showed me the ropes a lot. So it's kind of the opposite. Like I'm the apprentice and he's the sensei in a sense. But yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm glad that Marco and Damien are just sophomores. I could see a little bit of Nate Pilgrim in them. You know, a little bit of Sandman in them. I see a little fire in their eyes, in the pupil, the darks of their eyes. I could see there's an internal burn there. Yeah. And I'm sure they're not satisfied with how they played yesterday. So that's the best. Sometimes that's the best motivation is defeat, right? So pick themselves up.
Now they have a whole year to train and prepare for next season, barring anything crazy happening, not having one. But they got a whole year now to get to state championship status. Try to go for the 3-peat.
Yeah, and I hope you guys check in on us every once in a while. I hope you guys hopefully you make tons of money doing this one day, or at least maybe pay for partial of your college tuition.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hopefully something like that. You get some kind of windmill for all your hard work because you've dedicated years of your life, over a year of your life maybe, if we're talking hours here, to this craft. And that's what I was telling the kids in class today. I was like, whether it's a video game like Fortnite, whether it's basketball, the rule of 10,000 hours, it takes 10,000 hours to be world class at something. And I wouldn't be surprised if you are nearing that at such a young age. It's remarkable, the commitment. It is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It gets to be competitive. I mean, I started out just playing for fun, and I just kept, I don't know, I was playing it, kept continuing to play it. I ended up getting really good. I didn't even mean to get into competitive. It was just kind of fun for me.
And it's just natural born talent.
I don't know, yeah.
All right, so I have a video pulled up that's about the last minute or so of the final game where So to set the scene, kind of, Sandman died, and so we're spectating Nathan, and we're gonna see.
So I have to stop presenting,
Okay.
right? Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. There wasn't anything else I wanted to show you guys, right? All right. Yeah, we're good.
Went through those 3 slides.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop presenting. Sorry for the fans at home that are overhearing this, but
Yeah, we're just
we want to make it worth your while here. While Gavin's getting that pulled up, again, just a huge shout out to Schlegel and to Cassidy on the call. Cassidy couldn't be here. I'm not sure if you guys talked about Cassidy at all.
Not yet. Well,
Yeah.
we kind of mentioned him slightly.
He was kind of the brains of the live stream, though.
Yeah,
yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds
for
like.
sure.
Yeah, so don't want him to be forgotten.
Okay,
yeah, he was-
hopefully
he
it
was
has
fantastic.
audio, but can you guys see it?
Yeah.
It's kind of lagging a lot.
Worst case scenario, we'll
Like over
yeah,
there.
we'll
Okay.
we'll
Okay, well, let's
send
just
them
see
a,
if this
we'll send them a
works.
link. We'll
Yeah.
send the fans a link
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Worst case scenario.
Oh, they're.
So what's going through your mind at this time right now?
1v1, I'm just thinking I have to secure the win. I'm spraying down, trying to get him out, scaring him off a little bit.
Here it is, right here.
Now, is this a celebration right here? Is this a dance party that you're doing right here?
Yes. Yeah, this was pure excitement. Because, like we've talked about, I mean, back-to-back state championship is literally like, I don't know, that doesn't happen all the time. And so, you can see the freeze frame right there.
That's an awesome.
That
freeze
says it
frame
all.
right there.
Yeah,
It says it all.
we are ecstatic for Nathan and Salmon, but also not even just for them. I mean, this is a school victory.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
this goes in our school, our community's honor, and it's just so fun, so awesome that we won it.
And free publicity for Black Tie. Was that
Yeah,
is that who
yeah.
you're repping there?
Black
I
tie,
heard the
formal wear.
I heard the plug on the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for them. Capitalizing on
I
Pilgrim's
love
success.
this freeze frame right here. The pure
Yeah.
excitement.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, on that note, anything we need to leave the audience with? Pilgrim, Miller, Schlegel,
I think-
Sontag?
This isn't necessarily an esports thing, but fashion show is tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So we'll throw a plug for fashion show. Make sure to be there. Brennan will be a part of it here at the Wheaton World South Auditorium. So if you want to catch that, make sure to be here for that. You'll see Schlegel in it as well.
In fact, I'm the opening act and the closing act. So
Oh, really?
you get your money's
Of
worth. Followed by several of you gentlemen either teching or modeling. I heard Pilgrim and Sandman might even be modeling their Fortnite skins.
Yeah, maybe that might be a possibility. I guess we'll have to see.
Collaboration with Epic Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to email them.
Nice. Yeah, let's get that NIL
Get that one
deal.
day
Let's
shift.
get that name, image, likeness deal for Pilgrim and Sandman. Right?
And then we'll be on the lookout for something within the school. We'll get some sort of thing going to honor the win.
Yeah, have to. Can't let this go unnoticed. It hasn't gone unnoticed, but it needs
Yeah.
to be.
even,
needs to be
even
world.
in bold.
Yeah.
Front page of the Daily Herald, I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chicago
Yeah.
Sun-Times, New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
Times,
Yeah.
Let's
New
go
York.
big.
U.S.
And then
Daily News.
Gavin was mentioning also possibly a shirt.
Yeah. Okay. So I have this pulled up. It might not happen, but this is a little Sportscast exclusive of the mock design. So
It's gonna happen.
here we go. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, it's not a final product, so font may change. Some things might be moved around, but that's kind of the general idea. We were thinking maybe Nathan and Sandman's signatures on the back. I think that would look
That'd be
really
fun,
cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the first time Nathan's hearing of that. But
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, we're gonna make it happen. It's gonna happen for sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Wonderful.
Well, thanks again to everybody that made this possible. Incredibly proud of everybody. Sontag for building it, Schlegel for calling it, Pilgrim for doing it,
yeah.
Yep.
Miller for watching it and enjoying it with me alongside.
Yep.
Me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, We'll end this with the traditional Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Pilgrim. Go Sandman.
Go Tigers, go Pilgrim, go Sandman.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Do we all say it together? Or what?
You gotta
One,
just say
2, 3.
Go
Go
Tigers.
Tigers.